Hey, welcome to Doodle Together. Woo! Oh wait, and one last person popped in. Oh,
Woohoo!
you're late, but you made it here, so that's great.
Oh well.
So what the word we're gonna draw this week is paradox, and like every time I like try to think about paradox, honestly, I'm embarrassed to say it, but my mind draws a blank, and then I get tired and fall asleep.
Yeah. It's tricky. I Googled some things and I was like, nah, I don't know. So it's tough. Well, first of all, Ben, what is a paradox?
Let me look it up.
Isn't it like when something appears? I think there's
it says it's a noun,
Yeah.
a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement or proposition that, when investigated or explained, may prove to be well-founded or true.
Right.
Oh, should I read the sentence? In a paradox, he has discovered that stepping back from his job has increased the rewards he gleans from it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helped.
That's okay. I think it's also like a philosophical thought exercise where people try to like think of a circumstance where the resulting conclusion is like very unintuitive, or sometimes
it just means surprising.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like two things that don't really make sense being true at the same time or whatever. I think I looked at them and it does seem like a philosophical exercise. Like there's a lot of philosophers that have.
I feel like when I first learned this word when I was younger, I could use it. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a paradox. Now I'm just like, I don't want to use that at all. I have no idea what a paradox is.
Interesting.
Anyone else have thoughts? Lisa and I are just babbling about it.
Well, I read that it's not the same as an oxymoron.
Yes.
So an oxymoron is like two opposite words.
Yeah.
But paradox is a sentence. So it's got to be more than two words.
Yeah. Well, not just, sometimes it's like a whole story.
Right.
Yeah. Does your kitty think about paradoxes?
I think for a moment, yeah, we have to do kitty cam.
I know, because we got to see the arms out.
Oh,
And
that's wonderful.
He doesn't want to be in the camera.
Oh yeah, that's true. There is furniture and house plants and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the microphone.
And the microphone.
Oh, you know what? And I got my Copics.
Woo!
Nice.
Now it's really home.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's a mess here.
Yeah.
So many boxes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lucy and I kind of went an abstract way of thinking of paradox. We were thinking of like alternate dimensions and how like if you change something in the past, it doesn't exist in the future. But my example was Terminator. Every time they go back in time to try to destroy Skynet, it always it's still there regardless of what they do. So yeah, I was gonna draw an old computer with the Skynet logo on it.
Nice.
Nice. What is the Skynet logo?
Immediately thought of Donnie Darko and just that whole concept of like the tangent universe and.
Nice.
You've seen Donnie Darko, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing Donnie Darko also, but I was like reading about the paradox in Donnie Darko, and I can't. It's like I guess there's a thing where he goes back in time to try to save. He dies, but to save someone, So that's the paradox. I don't know.
Frank, the rabbit head person, he is what's called a manipulated dead. So so it's confusing. Basically, he's directly involved with like all the events. The majority of that movie is happening in an alternate universe.
So is this your word, Lucy?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was my word. I don't recall when we submitted the word list, but
yeah.
Well, since
We should
don't
have a
know
little
that-
subscript that has who said this, so we can
We're
assign
blaming it on
blame.
Kat.
Well, Kat categorically denied it. She was like, I'm pretty sure that's not my word. So
Okay.
I
so
did
it must have been
confer
my
with her.
word.
Yeah. All right, so let's get drawing then, unless others want to talk about define paradox.
So Katie and Josh posted their paradox pictures.
Yeah, already.
And Katie's did reference a specific paradox, which
Oh, did you understand it?
I mean, I read about it to like try to understand. I can try to explain it. So it was like the Raven's paradox. And my understanding of, or Hempel or something, Hemper or Hempel, there's a person. My understanding of this paradox is that he posited, and this is like, seems like a philosophy thing, but he posited that you could make a statement, and the statement is all ravens are black. And then the counter positive, is that it? No, contrapositive. It's the contrapositive, sorry, is that if you're not black, then you're not a raven.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Is that the right contrapositive? Yes. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's right. And then I think, so that's not even the paradox. The paradox are you have that pair of statements, and then you can make statements about an apple. You can say, oh, this apple is not black, therefore it's not a raven. And you've made some sort of observation about ravens that, you know, has nothing to do with ravens. I don't know. Something like that. It's very confusing. I don't know why people are so obsessed with ravens and apples.
What do you think of for paradox, Tanami?
Yeah, the paradox is like, the two things that contradicted each other, right? But there are a lot of philosophical ones, so I'm actually trying to draw one of those philosophical, or more like I would call mathematical paradox, which is not actually a paradox in real life when you're talking about physics, but if you're using math theory, that's definitely like not happening, like contradicted, so just not true. So I'm gonna draw and probably explain later.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I'm not done yet, of course. It just started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited
that's right.
to see this. Yeah.
So philosophy and like it's like logic. They're like logic puzzles.
Yeah, exactly.
So Ben, why don't you tell us about your how come you're wearing glasses tonight?
Oh, I was trying, I was having a hard time figuring out what to do. And so I figured that the best way to like really figure out what to do and like spur my creative mind forward was to cut up a bunch of jalapenos.
Really just two.
3 jalapenos and cut them up like a whole bunch of different ways, like really small pieces, and like touch the knife, you know, with my fingers, and then try to take my contacts out. And so it hurt a lot, but it really did give me a lot of ideas for this. And I was really worried because I was like, how do I get my contacts out without inflaming my eyes even more?
No.
So
And no matter how many times I washed my hands, they still like stung. So I don't understand. Like, I guess I don't have the right type of soap to actually get it all the way out. Or I'm just bad at washing my hands.
When that happens, you need to put some olive oil on your hands.
Oh.
And then like wash your hands repeatedly with that. Yeah, I have done that countless times. So
There has to be something that has fat or something to get it.
yeah, that's been the only thing that's been successful.
Nice. Well, from my perspective, what happened is I was cooking dinner and I asked Ben to do something. I was like, can you go get this thing off the garden? Like, I was asking him to trim some particular plant off the garden for use. I think it was like oregano. And then Ben said, how about instead of that, I chop these peppers? So I just want to put on the record that Ben volunteered for this task. I did not even put him up to it. And I was like, okay, here's the peppers. And so he chopped those instead. And then like I was cooking some more. And then a few minutes later, I heard this like terrible groaning all the way down the hall. And I was like, Ben, what's wrong? And he didn't answer me. He just groaned some more. And I was like actually having these like scenarios where I was like, is he having a heart attack? Is he having like, is something really bad happening? Because the sounds were like terrible and he wouldn't answer my questions. So I ran into the bathroom, but then no, he had jalapeno juice in his eye. But he was like, oh, like a lot.
Yeah, it makes me think if I get pepper sprayed, I'm a mess. You know, if that ever happened to me.
I don't remember the plot to Donnie Darko. It's been so long. When did that movie come out?
2000 sometime.
I should watch it again.
Both of the brother and sister.
Both the Gyllenhaals?
Yeah.
I don't remember Maggie in there. I just remember Jake.
Yeah, there's a lot of surprising actors in there.
Hmm.
Like Drew Barrymore.
Oh, really?
Seth Rogen.
It came out in 2001.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Patrick Swayze. Did you mention him?
No, I forgot.
Who?
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, what?
So in it, yeah.
Oh. So, Lucy, you haven't been on in a few weeks. Have you been moonlighting on another Doodle show?
Yeah. No.
What's it called? Is it called Doodle sometimes?
Yeah. It's called Doodle. Doodle all the time.
Doodle all. Oh, even it's more doodling.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We got to step it up to compete. Oops.
So mine is finished, and I'm going to have to admit I've never read the book that I based this on, but I think I should read it now.
Nothing wrong with that. What book is it?
Animal Farm.
Oh,
I like that book.
I
read
like
that.
did a report on that book when I was in Iceland. So fifth grade.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I think it was a little above me, my understanding though. So
Yeah.
I
It's
had like an
probably
Orwell
not
phase.
something I would have maybe been interested in at that age.
yeah,
And I don't ever remember it being on a reading list that I had. But
yeah.
we might actually have that book.
Yeah, I think we do. It's on the bookshelf anyway.
Right, I think so.
It's okay if we draw silently.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's just what it takes.
Sometimes we're just working really hard.
Yeah, sometimes I don't have time to talk about the choices, bad or good, that I make.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah,
If you are.
I'm super duper comfortable.
This is when you're supposed to have the rabbit cam.
Oh,
No, the rabbit cam is when we're waiting, we're done drawing, and we're
Okay.
waiting for drawings to come in.
I made some of these bunnies a little too fat again. Sorry, bunnies. I think I definitely err on the side of making them a little round.
I like how mine this time has an actual background, the background of the theater,
Oh yeah.
as opposed to just a random
Sitting.
Copic background.
Yeah. I think I've bit off more than I can chew, but that's okay.
Well, we're still only at 21 minutes, so
Yeah.
we're in good shape.
Coffee, like cap sounds. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a Copic Asmer channel.
That would be awesome.
There should be. Oh, I was like looking for. I was like, where did this one go? I was like, oh, Ben's holding it. Thank you. Maybe we should start tagging ours with Copic Asthma.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think this definitely was one of my words.
Haha.
Yeah.
Mystery solved.
What was your thought behind picking this one?
I mean, I think it's a cool prompt.
Yeah, I thought it would be neat for sure. Well, and also before COVID in Kansas City, there was this like dance collaborative thing that was called Paradox. And we
Oh.
went to it a few times. I don't know why they called it Paradox, but it was just like a different dancers like submitted a choreography for this like 2-hour performance, and it's just different people thing.
Nice.
So, but I had no idea how to depict that. So
You didn't want to just draw a dance troupe?
no.
Yeah.
Well, and I even looked back at some of their old like posters, and it really had nothing. Their posters had nothing to do with the word paradox. So
Yeah, it's just that it's a cool word.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was trying to figure out where you were going with that face, Ben, and now it makes sense. Because like I thought he had two noses.
Oh yeah. You've never seen the movie, Mom.
No, I haven't seen it. So.
But yeah, there's this iconic scene where they're sitting in a movie theater, him and this guy in a bunny suit. That's what he's drawing.
This costume. I should have worn my skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Skeleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made do with the colored pencils tonight because Mom has the Copic box upstairs.
Mm.
Well, you could have taken what you wanted. I only used 2 colors.
Well, it wound up working out with the colored pencils, so that's okay. Yeah. This season is nearly over. There's only one more word left.
I know.
Right.
And then might we have forensical tiles? Oh, that's
I
funny.
didn't
I
realize. I
Yes.
didn't realize you revealed that yet.
Well, maybe I jumped the gun, but
We talked about it last week when you were on the other Doodle show.
yeah, that's right.
So
I admit that I did not watch the last 2 weeks, so.
Yeah.
But I did.
Well, there's only so much time in the day, and you know it's hard if you're on all these other Doodle shows all the time.
You can only doodle so many times.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, luckily tonight there wasn't a new movie to go see.
Hmm. I thought a new movie came out. It was Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, we saw Jungle Cruise
Oh,
on Friday.
I figured.
how was it?
It was actually quite entertaining.
Oh,
I liked it. We've now seen the majority of the movies that are out, with the exception of Boss Baby.
mm,
Hmm.
that's perhaps for the best.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I feel like with that one, they give it all away in the title. It's like a boss baby. So, is everybody else done? I hope not.
No, not at all.
I'm about to post mine.
Oh, ruh-roh.
Yes.
Hmm?
All right.
All right. Oh yeah, another movie we saw that was really good was The Green Knight.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
What is
Yeah,
that?
was amazing.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
Dev Patel.
Dev Patel.
Oh.
Did you post it yet?
No, not yet. I'm trying to find that quote from the movie.
What is The Green Knight about?
It was a pretty trippy movie, but it's like loosely based on the Arthurian legend.
Hmm.
It's like it's been described as like well, definitely a fantasy, but um, but the cinematography was just astounding. It was very good, very well done.
Nice.
Jelly roll in action.
Woohoo.
It's entertaining watching you drawing. I mean, painting. But I'm done.
It's very hard to make this like mirror look. I just don't know how to do that. Also, I think I set up the camera at a weird angle, so I can't. I'm like looking at my drawing from a weird direction.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
extra
true. It's all hidden.
difficult. Let's get the rest of this stuff. Oh.
Is Lola down there, Lucy?
I don't know.
Thank you.
All right.
What do you think for this one? Skynet becomes self-aware. I'm not sure what you're thinking.
interesting to see how your camera focuses. Sometimes it's focused on doodling, sometimes focused on the pen.
Right.
I can do spot focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
That should
not
do
be shut
fix
down
it.
because when it becomes self-aware, it can't be shut down. Look, I think this one's better. You just have to pick the right part.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, look.
Where's C1? Do you have C1? No,
Mm,
I have C1. Sorry. Sorry.
all right.
I think Donnie Darko just gets darker and darker.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to make it look like the picture. But I think I'm basically done. It's good enough.
I like have ink all over my hands somehow.
All right.
I don't know how.
Mm.
Whoa.
All right. I'll just take the picture and we'll get started.
Yeah.
40 minutes. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. It's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, the time passed by so quick when I start drawing.
That's true.
Did you tweet?
Yeah. If we didn't have this, I wouldn't draw. You know.
Yeah.
So, it's useful.
I feel like this O2 pen is dead then.
Yeah. I think these run out sometime. So.
All right. I'm gonna call it. Wasn't my best work, but it's okay. Actually, I'm gonna darken this one girl's spots a little. This color is not right.
All right. Did it. I Get my computer out for looking up doodles. We'll get started.
What?
Log in the computer. All right.
Where's Lola? Lucy.
Oh, I always get screwed by the souffle pan. It like doesn't do anything.
Lola.
All right.
Almost there.
Whew.
Lola was on Doodle last week.
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was over there.
All right, here we go. All right. All right, back to the first doodle. So Katie, this is Katie's one, the Hempel's Raven, which you were describing, Lisa.
Oh, Hempel. That's the word. I was like, I couldn't remember the person's name, but yes. That's the one I was attempting to describe without that much success, but oh well.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful drawing. I
It is
really like
beautiful.
it.
drawing.
That
Ravens are awesome.
Had to have taken more than 30 minutes.
That is some delicate line work.
I know.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a woodblock print.
It does.
Yeah.
I felt very intimidated after I saw hers
Ah!
and Josh's.
And it looks like maybe there's some color in these
Yeah.
parts.
Initially,
so
I thought it was
brown.
just a black. Yeah, but it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Red.
very subtle. Yeah, this is really nice, and no, no usage of the jelly roll. That's extra fancy. All right, from Josh. I really like this one.
Oh,
It's
wow.
That is cool.
Hamlet. Huh.
inspired by Hamlet. I must be cruel to be kind.
Mm-hmm.
This also has a little bit of a woodblock
It
look
does.
with those lines.
They both kind of look like they would be marvelous tattoo designs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think, yeah. I mean, obviously that's what they're going for. They're going to open up a tattoo shop at the end of this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There should be a way to just get tattooed whatever we doodled, you know.
Yeah, totally.
All right, Lucy, do you want to talk about yours?
Oh, so I tried to draw like the concept of a tangent universe. So it's like the thought of like a wormhole. So like on the left is our universe, and then traveling through the wormhole, and you come out in that alternate universe. So that is.
And then what's the numbers?
Yeah.
Oh, those numbers have to do with Donnie Darko. They're the numbers like when he wakes up in that I think on that golf course, he wakes up with these numbers on his arm.
Oh.
And that's how long he has until his death, basically.
I think it's never a good sign when you wake up with numbers on your arm. You know, some sort of clue you have to figure out. So yeah, here that's really cool. Yeah,
That's cool. And I think it's interesting because Ben and I were talking earlier, and he said whenever he thinks of paradox, he thinks of a grid, and I think it's because of diagrams.
Yeah, it's because
like
of stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of a grid in space. Yeah. So I guess it's like lines. The whatever gravity lines. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mom.
Oh, this is awesome.
Okay, so I thought that actually was a contradictory statement.
Yes.
And there were numerous book covers done for Animal Farm.
Oh.
But this is the one that was like the simplest. There was another one that had 2 animals. And the other thing that I thought of was less is more. But there wasn't really any way to like draw something with that other than just like write words and like say, okay, less clutter, maybe more calmness, or less worry, maybe more mindfulness.
Right.
Since I'm not talented like Tamami and drawing things like that, I opted for this instead. So my other thought was to do something with less is more. And that's going along with my trying to declutter right now. And trying to feel good about it, and like, why do you even have these things that you're not using? It's just stressful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really nice. It's striking.
The drawing is very like graphical.
Well,
it's
it's from a book cover, so it
Oh,
wasn't anything
nice.
that I dreamed up. It was one of the book covers.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool.
Love the
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
Yeah, it's cool how just all the colors go together like that. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, and it's interesting. I mean, Animal Farm is an allegory, right? So it's not even like about animals,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it also holds true for animals anyway, in reality.
All right.
Or maybe it's one of those books that's that's like you can interpret it both ways, as allegory and non. Anyway.
Tamami.
Oh, nice.
wow.
So
That's awesome.
thank you. This time it's really a quick doodle. I didn't take much time. It's more like my usual tech doodle style. Because when I'm not doing DoodleTogether, I often doodle about technologies and stuff like a computer science. So that's kind of like it, but it's not really, because it doesn't really have actual numbers or whatever, it's just lines. But I think that what I remember, what Zeno's paradox is, it's actually a dichotomy paradox.
Yes.
Something like, I might be wrong, but how I remember is Achilles never reached the tortoise because he has to pass halfway between the tortoise.
I like that.
Yes.
And it never actually gets a chance to reach, the tortoise. But which sounds really like a BS, Mathematically speaking, yes.
There's some reason why that's not true. So
Yes.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like when you're talking about physics, like velocity and all those time and everything, that's just definitely wrong.
Right.
Like way of thinking. Yeah. Like a philosophy.
It's like when we're ending the stream and you're trying to get the mouse to the button and it takes farther and farther to get to the button to end the stream. We never end it.
Yep. It's exactly the situation we find ourselves in every Sunday.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I really like this, and I like the tortoise. It makes me think of video games.
Yeah.
Kind of thought about it. Yeah.
But I mean, he looks like he's going fast, so
Yeah.
he's not slow, that tortoise. He's working it.
All right.
That's awesome.
Julian, do you want to talk about it?
Ooh, Skynet.
Oh, so I found a quote that kind of goes with the illustration. It says, by the time Skynet becomes self-aware, it has spread into millions of computers. So just like the thought of you can never get rid of Skynet or Cyberdyne.
Nice.
And it's a very competent Packard Bell computer there. It's like, or Compaq or something from the 2000s.
It is.
Yeah.
Feels it. So true.
Cool.
And it's
That's
wired.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of detail.
So this is Donnie Darko and the rabbit from Donnie Darko.
Wow, that's a scary rabbit.
And I think there's supposed to be someone between them, but I ran out of room, so I had to delicately remove the person.
Oh,
between
so
them.
you started to draw
Yeah,
some
it's-
third person.
Donnie Darko's girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah. But,
interesting.
yeah, it's really hard because the bunny is kind of like metallic, so I always find that really,
That
really
is
hard
hard.
to do. And obviously, like everything's in shadow, so it's sort of like a weird drawing where it looks like I'm drawing two noses.
No,
But
I think the shadow came out really well.
yeah. And the funny part is that the interesting part to me was sort of figuring out how do I depict like the background, because it's almost all the same color, but clearly there's two, there's like the left row side of seats and the right side of seats, and I'm trying to play with how I depict the background. But I don't know if it's perfect, but it was interesting to do it and to sort of, the dark browns and the dark blues and mix.
What's that in the top?
The top there? You
Yeah,
can't tell?
square.
It's the doors to the back of the auditorium.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Sorry, I can see now.
Oh.
It's a robot face.
It does look like a robot face a little bit.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with that. I can see its doors
Now I
now.
see it.
It also
Robot
No, I
face.
cannot be unseen.
is
It is a
that
face.
like also supposed to be like people that are sitting back there? That's like why it's like
The
there would
theater,
be, like, heads
but the
back
theater
there,
was
kind of.
empty.
Yeah, I think it's empty. So there's nobody.
Oh,
There's
it's
nobody
empty,
behind
okay.
them. It's just chairs.
Oh.
What's that noise? All right.
Did you say what's that noise?
Yeah,
about
there's a
me?
funny noise in this room, right?
No, I didn't hear anything other
Okay.
than my own voice. Maybe my voice was a funny
No,
voice.
I thought Bunny did something. All right.
Aww. So this was based on that same Raven paradox about the statement, the observation, all ravens are black. And admittedly, it's more subjective, but I said all bunnies are beautiful.
Aww.
So that means if you're not beautiful, you're not a bunny.
Aww. I like it. And there's this big one, and then there's
It's
Yeah.
the
This
Late
one.
Bloomer Club.
yeah.
It's Tinkerbell, Yentl, Mango, and Peaches, and in the front, Ting.
I like this big unit one.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
big-
And the one in the back, Tinkerbell, I made her too fat. I apologize, Tinkerbell. Sometimes I make that error. She's not that fat.
Oh.
I know because I medicated her yesterday.
I like it. And then Cat with the, what is this called in the Back to the Future?
Flux?
The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. I always like the flux capacitor.
How did you know that was the flux capacitor right away?
Well, it's a Y shape like that.
Very
Oh.
noticed.
Am I wrong? It
No, I
is,
mean, I
right?
think
No,
you're right.
I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also the plutonium and the,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
so there's a lot of technology. I
You
mean,
have to
didn't
put
the flux
plutonium in it.
capacitors change to being, it's like took plutonium initially and then it took like,
Well, the flux capacitor, you could always see it. It was this thing that did it. It was just how it was powered.
Right.
It changed
right,
to be fusion.
right.
Didn't you switch to like a banana peels or something? Inside?
Yeah, yeah, it became able to use organic,
Like a
Compost.
bio. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
which would be awesome.
Yeah.
If you could put your compost in your car, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
See if there's any other ones. I think there's not because usually Cat rounds it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wonderful. Here, let me get rid of
Woohoo!
this.
We got through paradox, one of the most challenging ones yet.
This was quite a challenging
Oh,
word,
different.
but I thought that they were really interesting. Like
Yeah.
everyone had a different take on it.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I
Well
learned.
done.
I still don't know exactly what a paradox is. We'll just keep doing this word till we get it.
Yeah, we're gonna do paradox too. No, it's just what's next week?
Next week is electric.
Electric.
Electric. Okay,
Electric.
nice.
Guess there's a lot of different takes on that. But
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
immediately thought of the electric slide. So
Yeah,
Yeah, dance
Totally.
moves.
I kind of think. I mean,
electric what?
Electric slide.
isn't that a dance? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Well,
I
since
think-
you didn't draw a dancer, you can draw one next week, Lucy.
It's electric.
That's going to be a little tough to tie to bunnies, but we'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Electric.
Electric.
Bunnies.
I feel like we should do one for jalapeno sometime, just to in your honor, Ben.
Yeah. We should do.
Jalapeno's a good one.
Yeah, like a light bulb.
That makes me think of Duracell bunny.
Oh yeah, Energizer. But I already
Yeah.
drew
Oh,
the
it's not
Energizer bunny.
You did even better, Energizer Bunny. Another one.
I could do another Energizer bunny. It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chance to
Except
perfect
that's
it.
powered by batteries, not electricity.
Yeah. It's
Well,
But it's electric. Yeah.
but electricity can come from a battery, right?
Yeah. Yes.
A battery stores electricity, so it can
What about
power
the,
an electric device. Yes.
A bunny
Well,
holding a
obviously, I
kite.
don't remember everything
the
I
key.
learned. That's
Oh
what
yeah, that would be good. Well, also bunnies do like to chew on power cords, but that's a little sinister.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. You should do
That's
that.
a little sinister.
But so do
Yeah.
dogs,
But it's
because
got to do-
one time Lola actually chewed through the vacuum cord.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was not plugged in. But I
Wow.
left it too near her crate, and she chewed a hole right through the cord.
Yeah, my sister's dog did that once.
Oh.
I think he actually burned his mouth.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah.
this was not plugged in. I was very thankful.
Yeah.
But it was when she was really little, and she wasn't that comfortable in her crate yet.
Yeah.
It took a while.
Yeah.
So now she doesn't mind at all. But
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to think of some ideas that don't involve doggies being hurt.
dogs and
So, yeah.
I know.
so yeah, for next week, electric, and we'll see you then. All right.
Woohoo! Doodle!
oh
Doodle!
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
hold up our
You should hold up yours.
I can't now.
You can't now.